I just watched Thudarum, and I've been trying to book a ticket at this movie for, I think, the last 3 weeks. All my friends have watched it, my uncles watched it, my mom has been chasing me in order to watch this film, and I watched the film, and I'm disappointed. It's the 14th of May, and this movie has just been announced as Kerala's highest grossing movie. And I do not understand why. You see, I think it's not the acting, it's not the direction, it's not the script. The big issue which comes down to this is actually the Malayalam industry, Mollywood per se. Now, compared to all the other filmmaking industries of India or even the world, even compared to Hollywood, I think that the difference when comparing all the other industries to the Mollywood industry is that every movie, when it comes to entertainment, cinematography, music, fun, there are no bad movies in the Mollywood industry. Every movie that you go to, you will get your money's worth. If you're an average person and you just finished work, and if you want to go watch a movie, any movie will do, and you will always leave the cinema theater satisfied. Now, there are two coins. Now, this is a double edged sword per se. This means that number one, every movie that you watch will be entertaining. The average consumer is more than happy to watch it. The second side of this entire thing is that the standards of the end consumer keep increasing. So every movie that you watch, even if it's a great movie, sometimes you leave the movie very, very disturbed because you're not completely satisfied. It's such a shame. Now, in order for you to enjoy a movie, the movie needs to be absolutely great. The same thing has to be said about Thudaram. I don't know what else to say. Me as a movie enjoyer, I always try to enjoy the movie by trying to stay 2 or 3 steps ahead of the director. Why did they show this shot? Why are they showing this particular scenario now? Why did they film it like this? Who did that? Why did they do all of this? Spoiler alert, but the moment I saw the body, I knew it was the son. I just knew it was the son because he wasn't returning the calls. He had been away from the screen for a long period of time. I just knew it was going to be him. There was no chance. And I was hoping that it was not going to be so. I was hoping that it was going to be somebody else, that the story takes a twist, just prove me wrong. But sadly, the movie didn't. It was a good plot twist, I can't complain, but I was expecting it. That was a first sense of disappointment, in a way. For me, at least, personally. Apart from that, the second half of the movie is what I was really expecting it to be. They created such a good base for the character of Mercedes Benz, where they already gave him reason why he could beat everyone up. Because it's a Mohanlal movie, there's gonna be fights. But now they've at least given a reason why he's so good at fighting. He used to be a fighter, a stunt double in the previous life that he had, which is really understandable, I suppose. That makes a lot of sense. I do not understand why they couldn't hire a choreographer who could actually teach him some proper realistic fighting moves. It was That was a bit disappointing on that case too. And people keep saying that the acting in this movie is insane. The acting in this movie is remarkable. I cannot complain. The villain in this movie was very, very sick. Mohanlal's acting is amazing and stuff too. But that's the problem. Mohanlal is always amazing, except Burrows and that Chinese movie. We don't talk about that, but 90% of the time, Mohanlal's acting has always been off limits. It's insane, right? But the problem of this is that you go into a movie expecting it to be good. You expect Mohanlal's acting to be insane. The only scene where I thought that he acted pretty nice was the one where he was breaking down in the bathroom and crying. So that was acceptable. That was acceptable too. The scenes where Shobana and the daughter was being abused by the police officers, that I felt was a bit too forced. I don't know, it's just cliche at this point, isn't it? Because the director's trying to invoke emotion in the audience, trying to be like, look what's happening, it's absolutely horrible what we're doing. Only then, when Mohanlal kills all of them, we can feel that satisfaction, isn't it? But no, I didn't feel that at all. I just felt like this was a copy paste of Drishyam, and the director was trying really hard in order to push this case. But that's just my opinion, I suppose. The two scenes in this movie which I think were absolutely insane, and I mean absolutely insane, was when Mohanlal goes to Subhash's house, the police officer whose sister was getting married, and his father's like, എടാ നിന്നെ അന്വേഷിച്ച് കുറച്ച് പേര് വന്നിട്ടുണ്ട് പുറത്തു പോയി നോക്ക്, and then കുട പിടിച്ചുകൊണ്ട് അയാൾ ഇറങ്ങിപ്പോണ സീനുണ്ട്. This scene where he looks at Mohanlal and the ambassadors behind him, and you can see Mohanlal just standing there. He looks like Kratos. That scene was insane. That scene was absolutely insane. There was another scene where he was torturing the same policeman with a plier, which made no sense because if you use the plier to tighten your finger just like this, it doesn't get really hard. But then he actually broke his finger, which completely blew my mind because I thought he was just going to go the cliche route, tightening it, fooling the audience like it hurts, but then he broke it. That was mindfuckery blowing number one. The second thing is when they cut to Mohanlal's face and they showed his psychotic face where he's enjoying the pain. That was amazing too. In a twisted manner, there's something which is really amazing where a person seeks pleasure when they torture the person that hurt them and their family so much. That part was really nice. But I can't say that there was anything else that was spectacular about this movie, you know. The twist was good. That was particularly about it, man. The movie was a great movie. And the fact that I'm saying that it was a great movie while my face is just like this, still unsatisfied, that says levels. Now, you may be thinking that I'm an asshole for saying all of these things, but this guy is so ungrateful. This guy doesn't know what he's talking about. He's just a half-ass. He's probably a Mammootty fan, whatever. That's not the case. The fact that I'm saying this should be a huge boost to the Malayalam industry. The Malayalam industry has increased my standards so high that a movie like Thudurum is an average movie for all of us, right? When we watched Aadjeevitham, this is another great example. The performance which Prithviraj gave, which was on par with any performance given by any actor on planet Earth, we felt like it was a decent movie. That movie was absolutely breathtaking. The effort that went into it, the overall sacrifices that all of the team members did when they were stranded by COVID in a fucking desert, all of those things. And we felt that it was just a decent movie. Do you understand how high our standards are right now? Now, this is good. This means that every single year there's going to be one movie that exceeds our expectations every single time. Now, imagine that we were satisfied. Imagine that it was just going to be basic like all other industries in India. There's just no reason for people to produce amazing movies. They'll just keep creating movies like Embaran in order to make money, just like what they're doing in Bollywood now. But let me ask you a question. There's this one movie where Mammootty goes to Velangani and he's possessed by the spirit of some neighbor who lives there. That movie, and comparing that movie to Thudurum, which movie deserves to be number one grossing? It's the Mammootty movie. Why? Because the cinematography, music, all of the things Thudurum and this movie has completely similar features, right? But I completely believe that Mammootty acted 10 times more better than Mohanlal acted in Thudurum. That's what I genuinely believe. The only mistake that movie did, which Thudurum did amazingly well, is that they did not capture Mammootty's face enough. There's this one scene where I think he's cutting his hair or something, and he looks back and then you can see Mammootty's eyes. The ability of both of these legends, Mammootty and Mohanlal, in order for them to show such story time life lessons, entire generations of emotions in just their look, that's something which is insane, which is why all the olden movies are amazing, because the camera is always close to your face. Nowadays, directors are utilizing technology really well. Amazing cameras, amazing BGM, amazing drone shots and everything, which is amazing. Conclave, the movie, all the scenes in that movie is a fucking poster. In Thudurum, every single scene you take, it's a poster, which is amazing. But you're really missing out on what makes these actors special, their face. This movie utilized that a lot. They zoomed in on Mohanlal's eyes and the villain's eyes. That was really amazing. I only wish that I saw that in the other movie with Mammootty too. Then it would have gotten amazing. And if it was released much later on instead of in COVID times or whatever. But yeah, particularly this is what I think. I would rate the movie a 6 or a 7 out of 10. Was it disappointing? Yes, because my expectations were out of this fucking world, because so many people said that this movie is Actually, no. Looking back at it now, everyone said that it's a great movie. It's a great movie. But then the way how they hyped this up was so insane. I don't understand why it's number one in Kerala. I have no idea why. It was disappointing to watch, but I had a fucking amazing time. It was disappointing to watch, but that movie was insanely good. That's just what I think, though.